Hello, magnificent human beings. My name's Landon with Yoga New Mexico, where we focus on empowerment, alignment, and strength. You are in the right place, capable and strong. What are we going to do today? It is Setu Bandhasana, that is bridge pose. This is a 25-minute class to help get you loose, awake, ready to start your week. Go ahead, roll out your mat, and I will roll the intro screen. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and find yourself in Shavasana. We won't be here too long, but we do want to get some of those bridges going before we start to get into our standing series, and then we'll come back into our bridge pose as we close out. So go ahead and find yourself here, laying on your mat, hands fall on out, feet fall on out. Close your eyes. We're just going to take a few breaths to get ready for our practice. Inhale through your nose and exhale out your nose. Slow and steady inhale through your nose and exhale out your nose. Keep it going. Listening to the sound of your breath and allowing your mind to set an intention for your practice. Something calming, something soft, whatever you wish. Once you have your intention, sealing it, 3 cleansing breaths. So inhale through your nose, inhale, 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 and exhale out the mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale out the mouth. Once more, really big belly, inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhale out the mouth. Very good. You can open up your eyes, move your fingertips, wiggle your toes, and go ahead and just bring your knees on up into your chest and crunching it on in, rounding that spine just a little bit. Shoulders relax. Breathe. You don't need to bring your forehead all the way to your knees, just first starting out here, so just a couple breaths. Set your feet down and palms down next to you. Very gentle bridge. Simply inhale your hips up. A couple breaths. Very good. Set your hips on down and then hug it on in once more. Again, if you want to really bring it in, that's okay, but you don't even need to crunch your neck too much. Just soft shoulders and squeeze your biceps just a little. Set your heels on down, palms down. One more bridge pose. And inhale, hips up. Breathe. And set it on down. Go ahead and hands grab for your knees and just drawing little circles here. Picking one direction and another direction. Very good. Feet come on down. Brief Shavasana, and bring those hands up overhead and just stretching and lengthening it out. So Kind of like you're waking up first thing in the morning. Maybe you are waking up first thing here in the morning. Stretching out that right side of your body, stretching out that left side. Then go ahead and roll on over onto your stomach. Palms down on the mat, roll your shoulders back, forearms down, raise on up, Sphinx pose, breathe, inhale, lift, exhale, relax. Laying back down on the mat, strong palms on the mat, push it all the way back into a child's pose. Breathe, relax. Finding yourself in a brief tabletop. Wag it out, shake it out, getting loose. Maybe a couple of cat-cows if you wish. Very good. Walk your hands out, tucking your toes, downward facing dog. Bending your knees as much as you wish, focusing on that flat back. Shake it out, move around. Left leg, inhale, three-legged down dog. Exhale, bring it through base of your lunge. And inhale your hands up overhead, full crescent lunge. Breathe. Inhale, create space through your torso. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Steady, focused eye gaze, making sure this left knee directly on top of that ankle, high on the back ball of that foot, bringing this right hip forward just a little, squaring your hips. Very good. Hands all the way down to the mat. Right leg comes up, forward fold. We inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Relax. Chin is the last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Very good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the mat. Identify that left leg, bring it back for a brief lunge, and then downward facing dog. Pedal it out if you like. Getting those calves kind of involved here. Oftentimes when we stretch out those calves, our back starts to round, and that's okay, just for a little bit, because we just want to wake up those calves. Okay, next side. Right leg, brief three-legged, bring it all the way through, planting that foot down, slow, with control, nothing quick. Hands up overhead, full crescent lunge, being fully present, fully aware. Right knee on top of that ankle, high on the back ball of that foot. Hips are square. Breathe. Keeping your focus, very good. Hands come all the way down, and then left foot steps up into forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Chin is the last to rise, coming all the way up. And hands up overhead. Very gentle back bend, let it go. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhaling into half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Relax. Fingertips on the mat. Right foot comes back into that lunge, leaving your hands right where they are. Take a quick breath cycle. And downward facing dog. Weight shifts forward into that plank if you wish, doing your chaturanga, or simply just lower all the way down to the mat, rolling your shoulders back, raising on up into that up dog, and downward facing dog. Walking hands to feet, feet to hands for forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And chin is the last to rise, coming all the way up. Hands up overhead, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, hands together. Exhale them by your sides. Shake it out. Coming into our crescent moon. So go ahead and interlace your fingers, pointer fingers come out. Hands up overhead, biceps more or less by your ears. Shoulders roll back gently, eye gaze just above the horizon. And inhale, lengthen directly upward. And then hinging to the left, exhale. Keep breathing. Coming on back. Very good. Shake it out. All right, next side. So inhale, lengthen directly up. Exhale, right side. Keep with your breath. And coming on back. Very good. Go ahead and release those hands. Shake it out. Getting ready for a back bend. Now, still relatively early in our practice, and this is a short practice, so not coming too deep into our back bend. Making fists, putting them in at your low back or your fingertips pointed up. I don't like to have hands pointed down because that encourages your shoulders to roll forward. So instead, trying to roll everything back and setting those hands back there as you please. Shoulders roll back, eye gaze comes up. Few breaths here. Inhale, lengthen. Only by 1 inch. Exhale, bend back. Just a little. Inhale, lengthen up. Only by 1 inch. Exhale, come back. And coming on back to neutral. Shake everything out. Very good. Folding on forward, forward fold, just relax. Putting a pretty big bend in your knees to keep your back as straight as you can. Relax. Getting set up for your Padahastasana, hands to feet pose. Separate your feet about hips distance. Feel free to measure with a couple of fists in between. Taking your peace sign fingers, peace, and wrap them around your big toes. Again, if you're really rounding that back, then bend your knees and relax. If you wanted to come into that full Padahastasana with your hands all the way under your feet, go ahead, and wherever you are, relax. Head, neck, and shoulders. Breathe. Staying with it. Four more breaths. Nice long Padahastasana, very good. So release your hands, heel toe your feet together and roll your wrists out. Move that neck around. Very slow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the mat. Downward facing dog. Identify that left leg. Bring it on through, base of your lunge, and hands up overhead, full crescent lunge. Breathe. Okay, right elbow into your sternum, left on top of right, eagle wrapping your arms around. Just make sure your right elbow is on the bottom. Keeping with your breath. So pretty dynamic transition. We're only gonna do this just once on each side. So that back leg, step it up and wrap it all the way around into the base of your eagle. Breathe. That right leg, bring it all the way back. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bring them down, downward facing dog. Awesome work. All right, next side, left leg, three-legged. Bring it all the way through. Hands up overhead. Crescent lunge. I'm sorry, your right leg. Your right leg needs to be in front. There we go. All right. Focus, breathe. Left elbow in at your sternum, right on top of left, eagle wrapping your arms around. I think I got ahead of myself. I said, we're only going to do this once, and then I was too anxious to, to do it twice. Holding here in your eagle lunge wrap. Left leg, bring it all the way. Up and around, wrapping for the base of your eagle. Hold. And bring it all the way back. Base of that eagle lunge. Inhale, hands up. Exhale them all the way down and down dog. Pedal it out. Walk it out. Weight shifts forward into that plank, holding strong in your plank. Elbows stay glued in at your side body. Lower all the way down to the mat. Raise on up, upward facing dog. And laying down on your mat. Relax. Arms down beside you. Just breathe. Go ahead and roll onto your back for Shavasana. Feet fall out, hands fall out. Couple of breaths. Soaking in that Shavasana. Still have a few more poses to go. Closing out our practice kind of in a similar way of which we began, and then ending it off with either a bridge or a shoulder stand. We'll get there. It's cool. Don't worry. Hands by your sides and bend those knees on up and waddle your shoulder blades in however you need, and raising on up. Breathe in your bridge, Setu Bandhasana. And release on down. Go ahead and bend your knees on in, and you can lift up your head to round, or you can just leave your head down on the mat, whichever one you like. Just kind of squeeze in your knees a little bit. Not really so much of a wind removing here, but just Maybe some small circles to take some of that tension out of your low back if there is any. 3 or 4 breaths. Stay here. Everything gentle and calm. I've heard a bridge pose called Setu Bandhasana, and I've also heard it called Setu Bandhasana. And Sarvangasana is actually shoulder stand. So that's why we're going to close out our practice with either a bridge or a shoulder stand and kind of spirit of the Sarvangasana part of the name. Release your feet, bring them on down. Hands, come on down. So step your heels in just a little bit here for your bridge, and then come on up. Your bridge pose, keeping that eye gaze directly in front of you. You don't want to look left or right. No need to tax those cervical vertebrae any more than we need to. And set it on down. Very good. Bring your knees on in. And little circles, same as before, rocking it out. So in your shoulder stand, if you're comfortable doing it, cool. If not, that is totally cool as well. Truly, whatever you feel is best. So if you are going to do that bridge pose, place those feet down on the mat. Hands, come on down as well. And then if you're going to do shoulder stand, you may want to go ahead and lift up into reverse rabbit and hold there, or exalt, coming on up into shoulder stand, whichever one you wish. But if you're doing that bridge, coming on up, holding in your bridge pose. And in your bridge pose, when you inhale, big belly, bring it down. Inhale, big belly, bring it down. If you're doing that shoulder stand, maybe reverse rabbit at first, and then lifting on up into that shoulder stand. Breathe. And wherever you are, Shavasana, laying on down. Few breaths in your Shavasana to close everything out and relax. Breathe, stay present, keep with your intention, stay focused. Everything calm and gentle. Choosing to remain in your Shavasana, or if you wish, coming up in that seated position so we can bow together. Thanking you all so much for being here. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Give me a thumbs up or a comment below. Let's have a conversation. Thank you all. Remember, you are a magnificent human being. You are in the right place, capable and strong from my heart to all of yours. Namaste.